very significant men. Ed T. Rush, Joe Forte, and Jim Clark, the officials. This crowd is wild right from the start. Larry Johnson, an important player with Patrick Ewing out. Johnson, yes. The next two, the Heat, nothing.
Without P.J. Brown to haunt Larry Johnson's game, Larry Johnson looms large, and he certainly starts it out right.
Dan Marley in the starting lineup for the suspended Brown. Mashburn for three. Marley with the rebound and the putback. Dan Marley had an outstanding game against the Knicks Wednesday night. Here's John Starks. Lost the dribble. John Starks earlier in the day, bothered by a stomach flu. Saw the doctor, said he's all right. Tim Hardaway, who comes off a very poor shooting performance on Wednesday, and Buck Williams got involved with Alonzo Mourning. Foul on Buck Williams, and foul call so important because the Knicks are shorthanded. The Knicks and the Heat tied at 2 with 1 minute gone by in Game 6. The steal by Oakley. Johnson working on Marley now. Faces the double team. Rebounded by Mashburn.
See, Larry Johnson has not been guarded by P.J. Brown, but when he goes into his offense in the prior games, Brown is waiting at the end of his many spins. Will no P.J. Brown tonight, so I think Larry Johnson's going to play with great confidence. Good
play by Oakley to break it up. After Mourning had received the pass, we have played a minute and a half. Rashawn Leonard, who had the hot hand the other night, not able to hit on his first attempt. Here's Childs. Yes. The Knicks 4, the Heat 2.
Childs is so pumped.
Hardaway for 3. Childs saw the opening and goes all the way. The Knicks with a 6-2 lead. Mourning defended by Buck Williams. Shot clock at 7. Mourning, and on the back tap it carried out of bounds. It will be Miami ball with a fresh clock.
Boy, Oakley's getting a night off to start this game anyway. He's starting on Mashburn, so physically, Oakley will not take a pounding. He can really help out on Buck Williams.
Hardaway the other night, 3 for 17 in a horrendous shooting performance. Marley penetrates. Marley goes the distance. He has both Miami field goals.
Pat Riley was so concerned about speed, and that's why Marley didn't play much at all in the earlier games, and Marley's showing him something.
And Riley admitted that he made a mistake, and he said he would see more action. That the other day prior to Game 5. Here's Johnson. Rebound Johnson. Larry Johnson with his second field goal. The Knicks 8 and the Heat 4.
A move like that didn't occur in the first 5 games with P.J. Brown here.
Every time Mourning touches the ball, he hears it from the crowd. Mourning and Williams in a wrestling match. And that's number 2 on Buck Williams.
This is the big problem potentially for the Knicks, and it's already a problem.
Buck tried to wave off the substitution, but Herb Williams will come on.
Yes, Buck Williams playing physically, but not out of line. But the officials are going to give it a tight look as Buck Williams sits down now, and here's the depth factor for the Knicks with Herb Williams being called upon.
So the 39-year-old Herb Williams replacing 37-year-old Buck Williams. The Knicks with an 8-4 lead. Mourning. Alonzo Mourning continues to struggle. Starks saw the opening and again coughed it up. Second time he's turned it over on the dribble.
John has got to play a poised game. He can't step back a couple of years in a game like this.
Here's Marley. Looked like Williams got a piece of it. John Starks having all kinds of problems handling the ball. Herb Williams set the pick. Open shot for Herb. And the ball back to the Knicks.
You know, Herb Williams can miss a shot or two or three, but if he gets minutes, he's going to make them. I mean, the guy knows, he's been there, as Pat Riley knows, and he'll be just fine, I would think.
4 minutes have been played, and the Knicks have an 8-4 lead. Johnson set the pick. Starks for Williams. Herb Williams. And the rebound taken by Mourning. Here's Hardaway firing the three. And the rebound handled by Williams. This crowd has been roaring right through the introduction of the lineups, and it's continued as Chris Childs extends to a 10-4 lead.
He's a couple of inches bigger than Hardaway, so if he gets around him, he's going to get a good look at the hoop, as he did.
Miami. Here in the early going, Knicks have out-rebounded Miami 6-4. They have a 10-4 lead. Hardaway pressed by Childs. Marley, who has both Miami field goals, finding Mourning, met on a switch by Oakley. And Mourning is fouled by Herb Williams.
I think they changed it.
You're right. Charles Oakley picks up the call.
Oakley came over to help. There's the bump. And there's the reach-in by Charles with the right hand. He's got to discriminate. Charles has got to pull it back a little bit. They need him on the court for 40 minutes or more tonight.
Well, Mourning 22 of 44 from the line in this series. Let's check in with Al Troutberg. Al?
Marvin, the Knick huddle, things were pretty calm. That's the way things are with Jeff Van Gundy. Meanwhile, Pat Riley really let his team have it. Among other things, he said, get the ball to the damn basket, and that was the play that they just ran to try and do that. He didn't think that the players were being tough enough inside.
All right, Al, the Knicks now have a 10-5 lead. 5 minutes gone by. Look at the early shooting stat. Heat 2 of 9. Knicks have hit 5 of 9. Starks. Oh, he was looking for Childs. That's a third turnover committed by John Starks. Off to a very shaky start. Now Mourning looks to put moves on Herb Williams. He does.
See, he didn't feel, Mourning didn't feel Herb Williams at all, so he took the space and made the most of it.
A strong move to the baseline by Mourning. Intended for Starks and tipped away by Leonard. It will be Knick ball. They have 15 on the shot clock. Knicks now going with a front line of Charles Oakley, Larry Johnson, Herb Williams for Buck Williams, who picked up an early 2. Chris Childs and John Starks in the backcourt. Here's Starks. Yes. The Knicks 12, the Heat 7.
He might have started shakily, but if there's one person here that believes in John Starks, it's the man himself.
Alonzo Mourning trying the head fakes on Herb Williams. Here comes Starks over to help. Shot clock at 6. Mashburn. Excellent defensive sequence by the Knicks. Starks. Starks being chased around by Leonard. Here's Childs on a crossover. Sets it up for Oakley. Yes. And the Knicks lead 14-7. The Knicks have hit 7 for 11. 5.5 remaining first quarter. Isaac Austin getting set to come on for Miami. Marley now played on a switch by Williams. Johnson covering his one-time shot on teammate. Shot clock running down. Miami does not want to take the shot. Oh, that's gotta get Pat Riley steaming.
He won't show it to his players, though, visually on the court. He's dealing with the next set of problems.
Isaac Austin replacing Jamal Mashburn, who has not had a good series. 0 for 2 for Mashburn here tonight.
This is emerging as a real learning experience for Mashburn and his career, in his NBA career. This kind of intensity.
Starks lost Leonard on the pick. Oh, Johnson broke it up. Good play by Larry Johnson. Childs passed on the three-point opportunity. Here's Herb Williams putting moves on Alonzo Mourning and hits on the fadeaway. The Knicks 16 and the Heat 7. Herb Williams, after missing his first two side jump shots, able to hit on a beautifully executed fadeaway jump shot. Mourning, and the Knicks now lead 16-9.
One thing about Herb Williams, he doesn't have the bump, and as a result, Mourning is feeling free now. He's a little looser out there.
Coming up on 4 minutes left, first quarter. Chris Childs.
Not a good move. Not that one-handed stuff. Forget about that.
I think he fooled himself. He surprised himself by being that free as he penetrated and decided to take it all the way.
Oh, the one-handed stuff, though, is hamming it up, and it doesn't belong here now. Chris has had such terrific success here early. Don't start thinking the game is over.
Willie Anderson has come on for Deshaun Leonard. Charles Oakley with his second field goal. The Knicks 18, the Heat 9. Just under 4 minutes remaining. First quarter, Marv Albert, John Andres, Al Trautling from Madison Square Garden. They double up on Mourning. Left to the bad pass, fielded by Austin. Shot clock at 5. Marley from way downtown. The air ball handled by Starks. Starks all the way.
John's trying to do it by himself here.
Hardaway, he's able to go all the way. Tim Hardaway with his first field goal. 18-11 Knicks, and the Knicks take a timeout. Standing ovation for the New York Knicks with 3:14 left in the first. Tonight, missing from the scene, Patrick Ewing and Allen Houston and Charlie Ward missing from Game 7. Should there be a Game 7 or Game 1 of a series against Chicago, John Starks and Larry Johnson. Illegal defense. The call for the first time against Miami. P.J. Brown suspended for 2 games, fined $10,000. And therefore, the Knicks are going with a 9-man squad. Here's Starks. Yes! Put on the line. It's a two-pointer. And the Knicks are off to a brilliant start. They've hit 10 of 17 from the field. They've out-rebounded Miami 10-5, and they lead 20-11.
Starks' early imperfections are not bothering him one bit as he hits that long jumper quickly.
Now Larry Johnson is guarding Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning showing some signs. That's his third field goal. He has 7 points.
He's going to stay with jump shots if Larry Johnson stays on him, too, because he can get a good look at the hoop.
The Knicks lead is now 7. Here's Johnson getting inside. Goes to the reverse.
That was Jordan-like. You just don't see shots like that over the head with no look at the hoop.
Now Herb Williams back on Alonzo Mourning. Starks over to help. Shot clock at 6. Marley. And the crowd looking for an offensive foul. Wanted a charge. Austin able to hammer it home.
You know, Marv, it seems to me early here now that Oakley's a little subdued.
Well, you have to wonder what the reaction would be coming off there's an illegal defense for the second time. Off the melee of the other night, how certain players would react. But we're still early.
Larry Johnson, watch this shot. Everything was closed out, except no one was guarding his backwards jumping layup. They'll learn, Marv. It may take them a while.
A backwards jumping layup. Let's call that a reverse.
Okay.
Charles Oakley hitting the tee to extend to an 8-point lead. Childs with a running hook. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Willie Anderson, who played well the other night in Miami. Mourning. Well, he felt the contact and he was fouled. Let's check in with Al.
Marv, this is all you need to know about John Starks. In the last time out, he came off the floor and Larry Johnson scolded him for another drive to the hoop that didn't score. Buck Williams yelled to him, "Hey, John, you can't do it alone." And you know what he did on the next possession after the timeout? He took that long-range jump shot and hit it.
Well, that is the John Starks saga all rolled into one here in this first quarter. He opened up with 3 turnovers. But Starks such an important player tonight because the Knicks do not have the luxury of going to the instant offense of a John Starks off the bench to follow up on Allen Houston, who's suspended.
Just remember, Marv, a tiger doesn't change its stripes.
Let me write that down. Alonzo now 1 of 3 at the line. Making 1 of 4. The Knicks lead is 8. Just under 1 minute left in this opening quarter. Johnson off the fake. Oh, he lost the grip. Put the move on Marley. Lost the handle. May have been deflected out. Apparently it was. Last touch by Miami.
No question. He had slam dunk on the mind. And Johnson is playing with great confidence.
Nice pass to set it up for Oakley. And Oakley will shoot a pair. Hit from behind by Austin.
I mean, that's the kind of play that has to drive Pat Riley nuts. I mean, on an inbounds play, the man walks to the baseline, gets the pass, goes up for the shot, no one in front of him. How can this be at this time of the season with a team that's defensive-minded, as Miami is?
Oakley has done very well at the line. This series, 16 of 18, just under 90%. The Knicks 24, the Heat 15.
Unbelievable. The first foul called on the Heat tonight as the clock says 49 seconds left in the first quarter.
For the Knicks, it is their biggest lead of the game. They are up by 10. 45 seconds to go in the first. Got the step. Alonzo Mourning, for the first time this series, has had his way.
He doesn't feel any banging on him, and he's really enjoying it and building his game up now.
Mourning has 9. 8-point Knick lead. Starks played by Anderson. 5 on the shot clock. Oh, what a move. John Starks off the dribble. That's his 3rd field goal. He has 6. Knicks by 10. Final seconds of the quarter. Anderson called for steps. Traveling violation. Knicks take possession. 6 seconds to go in this first quarter. Knicks trying to set it up, spreading it out now. Childs down to 2, down to 1. Childs. He felt it throughout the quarter. Knicks lead by 10.
Marv, back to you. That's John's apology for the obscene gestures the other night.
All right, second quarter underway, and Hardaway with his second basket. The Knicks now lead 27 to 19. In the first quarter, the Knicks 12 of 21 from the field, and Miami 8 for 17. The Heat 0 for 6 from 3-point range. Knicks remaining the same at the start of the second quarter. Starks off the fake for 3, and Hardaway on the rebound. Good hands by Oakley. Pat Riley has Alonzo Mourning and Isaac Austin as the big men on the floor, along with Tim Hardaway, Dan Marley, and Willie Anderson. Mourning with the room. This time he gave it up. Here's Marley for three. Dan Marley, so dangerous from long range. 7 points for Marley, and the Heat within 5.
Larry Johnson's got to focus on Marley. That's a big part of his game, the long-range shot, and it's no secret either.
John Wallace getting set to check in for the first time. John has played only sparingly in this series. Johnson. And he was fouled. Good setup from Starks. So Johnson to the line for the first time.
On this move, Larry Johnson going inside, taking on 3 Heat players. And then all of a sudden, Knick players running over to help Larry Johnson up.
Foul committed by Anderson. Larry Johnson has played well here in the first half. 7 points, 3 rebounds. Knicks now lead by 7. John Wallace will be coming on for Larry Johnson. Jeff Van Gundy wants to make certain that his starters receive the proper rest. Well, with Patrick Ewing and Allen Houston, Charlie Ward all sitting out because of the suspension. Knicks lead by 7. Here's Mourning. And back comes Starks. Childs. Chris Childs. Well, Childs opened up, hitting his first 3 shots, but he's missed his last 3. Austin. Isaac Austin has been very quiet over the first 5 games.
I could see the Knicks considering a change on that matchup, with Herb Williams switching to Austin and Oakley going back to contain Mourning, which has worked so well.
22nd timeout is taken by the Knicks, and now they've changed it to a full with 9:40 to go. Well, Miami with a hot hand. They've hit 7 of the last 8 after a slow start. Here's Marley. Austin lost it, wrestled away by Buck Williams, who came on, replacing Herb Williams. Oakley with the room. Yes, oh, he is on fire. Charles Oakley, 3 of 3 from the field, and 3 for 3 from the foul line. He has 9 points. Knicks lead by 7. 3 minutes have gone by in the second quarter. Buck Williams did not want to pick up number 3, and he stepped away.
See, Mourning got the initial position so low that he had an easy shot for him.
Mourning with 11. In the earlier games, the Knicks have done a very effective job on Mourning. Well, Starks saving that turnover. Knicks have gone with combinations of Oakley and Buck Williams. Foul committed, putting Williams on the floor. He's headed to the line. It's on Mourning. That is his first. But the Knicks, aside from the good job accomplished by Oakley and Buck Williams on Mourning, always had Patrick Ewing back there to save matters. Always the possibility of the help defense or the block shot, and at times Ewing would match up against Mourning.
And needless to say, the scoring, the defensive intensity, and presence of Ewing is clearly missing. But as we know, as Pat Riley knows better than anyone, in games like this, with the depth that the Knicks have, they can call upon the super effort, and it is there, and it has been there right from the tip.
Buck Williams has struggled at the line this series, now 2 of 9 at the foul line against Miami. Knicks 32, the Heat 26. Jamal Mashburn has returned, being guarded by John Wallace. Hardaway. Mourning. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Mourning for a 3-pointer. Step back to fire the 3. Miscommunication. John Wallace cutting toward the baseline, and Starks thought he had Childs. Miami 1 of 8 from 3-point range.
But they have gotten their perimeter game going since the first quarter.
Mashburn. Wallace off the head fake. Here's Wallace. Miami Heat looking to push this series to a 7th game back in Miami on Sunday afternoon. Here's Austin. Oakley hit the deck. Childs pushing it down to Buck Williams, but he stepped out. Did not realize his foot was on the baseline.
Well, with this kind of intensity, the imperfections are going to mount. That's one thing. The Knicks are playing with such energy, such focus that they're just committing turnovers, but I don't think Van Gundy wants to sacrifice this tremendous effort they're putting forth.
5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Mourning. And Starks on the loose ball. The lead pass broken up, stolen by Hardaway. Hardaway.
I'll tell you where the Heat are getting killed, and that is on their offensive boards. The leading offensive rebounder in this series coming in for both teams is P.J. Brown. And boy, did the Heat miss P.J. Brown on their boards.
The Knicks take a timeout. This is a settling down type timeout. The Knicks lead the Miami Heat 32-26. Knicks have led from the start. Larry Johnson hitting that early jump shot, and they've led all the way.
In transition, Oakley picked up Mourning. He hasn't been guarding him, but there's plenty of banging when Oakley is around Mourning.
Let's check in with Al Trautwig. Al?
Marv, this will tell you where Jeff Van Gundy thinks the Miami Heat are weak. He just said to John Wallace and Larry Johnson, whoever Jamal Mashburn is guarding, that's who we're posting up of the two of you. So look for it to be whoever Mashburn is guarding here, and it looks like it's going to be Johnson, so the Knicks want to get the ball in his hands here.
All right, Al. Larry Johnson is back on the floor. John Wallace missing on his first 2 shot opportunities. It's Buck Williams with Charles Oakley, Larry Johnson. Wallace is playing at a big guard. He came on earlier, but with Johnson back on the floor, Starks departing, and Wallace at a big guard combining with Childs. And Alonzo Mourning with 13 points. The Knicks now lead by 4.
See, Buck Williams has pulled his intensity back a bit, and it's hurting him because Mourning's getting the low position.
Nice pass, but Buck Williams throwing a brick, and again Wallace not able to hit. Yes, he's pulled back because he does not want to pick up a 3rd foul. Here's Mourning again inside. He's had it very easy. He's had it his way, not getting the physical presence that the Knicks presented.
I don't understand why the Knicks are hesitating to put Oakley on him, who wrapped him up in the first 5 games.
John Starks getting set to return, and Scott Brooks also will check. And here's Oakley with another open shot. Well, Oakley is 4 for 4. The Knicks lead 34-30. Miami had missed 5 straight shots before that putback by Mourning. Sean Leonard back on the floor, being guarded by Larry Johnson. He went to the crossover and thought he was fouled. The other night, Leonard at one stretch hit 6 straight, 7 of 8 to help turn things around for Miami. Oakley from deep. Yes! Charles Oakley putting on a shooting exhibition.
It's Jerry West. That's what he looks like with that jumper. From good range, too.
Oakley, the high man for the Knicks. 13 points, 5 of 5 from the field. The Knicks have a 6-point lead. Tim Hardaway with his 3rd field goal, 3 of 6 for Hardaway, 6 points, and the Knicks lead is 4. Wallace gets inside. Wallace on the rebound, rejected by Mourning. Charles Oakley's arms may be fatigued. He's taking good shots though and hit all 5. Here's Wallace. And the tip by Williams.
Childs made it happen. He kept going back to Wallace, who was guarded by the shorter Leonard, and it worked.
Miami calls for time.
So I'm in shape. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to get out there and be winded after 3 or 4 minutes. I hope not.
Well, Scott Brooks throwing the assignment on Tim Hardaway. Mashburn for three. And the Knicks now lead 38-35. Scott Brooks played only 38 games during the regular season. He was a bench warmer on the first of the two Houston Rocket championship teams. Larry Johnson spinning his way to the fadeaway. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this first half. Oh, Brooks pressing Hardaway. Brooks was trying to draw the charge, and here's Hardaway firing. Rebounded by Johnson. The Knicks have led by as many as 10, and they have led throughout. Oakley played by Marley and called for steps.
Turnovers are proving costly for the Knicks now here in the first half. They're in a bad pattern of doing that.
And a very brief appearance by Scott Brooks. Childs is back. That was turnover number 8 committed by New York. Scott Brooks said, well, whether I'm asked to play 2 minutes or 20, wasn't quite 2, though, in this instance, but we'll see him later on. Marley, well, he had the step, decided to try to set it up for Leonard and threw it away. 2:25 remaining. First half. The Knicks with the ball and a 3-point lead.
Heat's done a good job sustaining the Knicks' strength.
Oh, Starks rejected by Leonard. Excellent recovery by Rashawn Leonard. Buck Williams fouled, pushed. Mashburn with a hip check on Buck.
The emotion is so overwhelmingly in favor of the Knicks here in the building, and the Heat's hung in there quite well. Oh, look at that move inside. Starks sent away. Goes to the corner. This is a Marriott Marquis look at the action here under the basket. And then Buck Williams draws the foul and will go to the foul line. The New York Marriott Marquis, Broadway's biggest hit.
Well, Buck beginning to hit his free throws. 2 of 3 at the line here tonight. Picked up the 2 fouls early, and it hurt him defensively. Buck in the starting lineup for the suspended Patrick Ewing, who will return either in a Game 7 in Miami on Sunday, or the Knicks certainly hope Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final Series against the Chicago Bulls, which also would be played Sunday. Hardaway. Tim Hardaway beginning to show some signs off the 3 of 17 Wednesday in Miami.
Boy, he doesn't need much room.
Knicks by 3. Buck Williams with a series of fakes and then put the shot up too strong. Look at the play by Oakley. Fed it to Williams and lost it.
Oh, Charles should have gone right up with the shot. But he unselfishly gives that ball to Buck, who had a tough time handling it. They were too close to each other for that exchange.
Foul on Charles Oakley, and that is number 3. The Knicks 40 and the Heat 37. Just under a minute and a half remaining in this first half. Childs trying to block that pass for Hardaway. And that puts the Knicks over the foul limit. That's the first on Childs. So Hardaway to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
80% foul shooter during the season. And is loosening up here. It's taken him a while, but it's happening.
Still, though, not playing with the usual fire that we saw most of the season. He was clearly the most valuable player on the Miami Heat. This series, he's averaging 20 a game, but shooting just 34% from 2-point range.
He had an interesting deal in his contract this year. If he had 3 times the assists that he did turnovers at the end of the year, he'd make $1 million extra. And by sitting out, I think, the final game, he got his $1 million.
You mentioned Hardaway being an excellent free throw shooter. He missed on both. So the Knicks maintain the 3-point lead. Nice pass. Wallace with his first field goal.
When Wallace goes to the rim, he goes to the rim and above. And boy, is he tough to deal with in that area.
John Wallace missed his first 6 shots. He's given the Knicks a 42-37 lead. Mourning, nice pass. Sean Leonard going baseline, taking that backdoor pass.
Beautiful basketball. Give and go basketball is the best to watch.
The Knicks 42, the Heat 39. Wallace comes out to set the screen. Starks. Challenge Mourning. And Mourning and Starks became entangled. The foul was called on Starks. That is his first. Knicks over the limit. So Alonzo Mourning to the line. Well, a reminder coming up, the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle halftime report. There is only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. Bob Page at the MSG Sports Desk, and Al and Johnny Hoops will take a look at first half highlights. And Clyde will talk with his old running partner, actually one of his favorite opponents, Don Chaney, Knicks assistant coach, who faced Clyde on many an occasion as a member of the Boston Celtics. Well, the Miami Heat now 1 of 7 at the line, and Mourning is 1 of 5. The Knicks lead is 2. We're down to 35 seconds left in the first half. Wallace posting up Marley. Wallace going at Marley. The Knicks by 4. 20 seconds to go in the half. Mashburn looking over at Pat Riley. They'll hold for a final shot. Look at Wallace digging in as Mashburn checks the clock. Down to 5. Mashburn. Good play by Starks, keeping it away from Mourning. And last touch by Mourning. Nick ball with 7/10 of a second to go in the half. And let's see, Starks unleashes this crowd for a Knick game here at the Garden. Aside from the Bernard King years, where there's some big games against the Boston Celtics, you have to go back to 73 and 70. Starks, Don Chaney, as you just heard, said, has to kind of pull it back. It's too pumped up.
How about the hockey crowd, particularly during the Stanley Cup? That you and Al was saying that this is right there.
Oh, absolutely. Childs. And Mourning with the rebound. It's unusual for a basketball crowd to be cheering throughout, even at the defensive end. And we've heard that tonight. Second half just underway. The Knicks lead by 4. And the ball back to New York. Jeff Van Gundy going with Larry Johnson, Charles Oakley, Buck Williams up front, Chris Childs, and John Starks in the backcourt. The Knicks down to 9 players due to the suspensions of Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, and Charlie Ward. And they've handled it very well. Played inspired in the first half. Johnson through the foul. That's number 2 on Jamal Mashburn. Look at the halftime statistics. The Knicks 18 of 41 for 44%. Miami 18 for 37, 49% shooting. Miami 2 of 10 from three-point range. And look at that advantage for the Knicks off the boards.
Yes, they've crushed them. Again, pointing to the absence of P.J. Brown as such an important rebounder. They also had 1 offensive rebound in the first half. That is the Miami Heat did. Now it's wise of the Knicks to start looking at Larry Johnson again. He started out with some strong movement, then the Knicks went away from him, but he's playing with a lot of confidence. You can see he's really into his freewheeling game here, being guarded by Marley.
9 points for Johnson, the high man for the Knicks. Oakley with 13 on 5 for 5 shooting in the first half. Alonzo Mourning leading Miami with 16. Mashburn backing Johnson. Nice move by New York City product Jamal Mashburn. Only 1 of 5 in the first half.
Well, his Cardinal Hayes High School fans certainly enjoyed that move. He looked terrific.
The Knicks lead is 3. Johnson eluding Marley and going at Mourning. Through the foul. That's 2 on Alonzo Mourning.
You know, another interesting thing going on here, Marv. Sean Leonard, who led the Heat in scoring in 2 of the last 3 games, has been invisible. Starks is doing a great job hounding him and denying him the basketball. That's the best thing he's doing with Leonard. Leonard is not getting catches, so he can shoot.
Johnson 4 of 5 at the line. Sean Leonard found the range Wednesday in Miami. Hit 6 straight at 1 point, 7 of 8. He'd been cold throughout the series. Did have a good one here on Sunday. Knicks lead 47-42. 2 minutes gone by in the third. And the chant of defense. Leonard pass too strong and picked off by Oakland. Childs running the floor and going all the way. Miami looking for offensive interference, but the officials say no, it was not touched.
Brilliant drive by Childs. What a forceful move that was.
The Knicks lead is 7. Mourning working on Buck Williams. Buck trying to draw the offensive foul.
Now, how is that not an offensive foul? That reminds me of the Moses Malone days when he would pound into the defender and then the whistle would blow and the foul would be on the defense.
The Knicks lead is 5. Buck Williams rejected, did not have the angle. Mourning coughed it up, recovered by Hardaway though. And he resets, checking with Pat Riley at the bench. Mashburn. Mourning kept it alive. And Johnson on the loose ball. They leave 2 Miami Heat players behind. They have the advantage. And Buck Williams puts it down. That leads to a Miami timeout. The Knicks with a 7-point lead. It's their largest lead since they were up 27-19. First minute of the second quarter. They've led by as many as 10. And they've led from the start. 4 minutes in, third quarter. Leonard backing Starks. Leonard with the tip, handled by Johnson. Childs accelerates and takes it all the way. Mashburn able to retrieve. Leonard played on a switch by Oakley. Rebounded by Buck Williams.
There's such intensity by the Knicks. Leonard was distracted.
Starks finding Oakley. That's the first miss by Charles Oakley. Just got a piece of that front rim. He hit his previous 5 shots. John Leonard only 1 of 6 from the field. Alonzo Mourning with 18 points to lead the way for Miami. Shot clock at 5. Mourning. Oh. Buck Williams this time through the charge.
Buck was rehearsed because of that last move. This time he falls down. That gets the attention. Take another look at it now. Let's see how hard it was. It wasn't as hard as the last one, I don't think. But this time he knew what to do.
And for Alonzo Mourning, his 3rd foul. The Knicks 51, the Heat 44. 5 minutes gone by in the third. Marv Albert with John Andres from the Garden. Starks rejected. Oakley able to hustle it down. And Oakley with the open shot. Yes! The Knicks 53 and the Heat 44.
The Heat is not thinking of Oakley as a scorer tonight, and they're getting killed because of it. He's getting great looks.
15 for Oakley. Marley for 3. Dan Marley. 10 points for Marley. That's his second from downtown. 53-47 Knicks. Buck Williams got the step. Buck Williams rejected by Alonzo Mourning. Buck thought he was fouled. Mashburn on the wing and was fouled. Jamal Mashburn hit by Chris Childs. That's 2 on Childs, and Mashburn will head to the line for the first time. Willie Anderson has checked in. Like we will see Isaac Austin, he remains at the scorer's table.
He looked like he was under hypnosis, didn't he, sitting there? Meanwhile, I don't know how Childs did it, but he avoided a slam dunk by Mashburn. Charles Oakley a moment ago picks up the loose basketball, collects himself, gets his footing, and hits the jumper again.
Miami now 3 of 9 at the line. Here's Austin coming on from Mourning. Here's the reaction from the Garden crowd. 18 points, 7 rebounds. Miami most effective when they had Mourning and Austin on the floor in the second quarter. The Knicks now lead 53-49. Halfway through the third. Childs and Starks at the guards. Johnson, Oakley, and Buck Williams up front. We saw some of Herb Williams in the first half. John Wallace got some playing time, as did Scott Brooks. Johnson is fouled.
The other night in that matchup in Miami, when Mourning went out with fouls early second quarter, 4 minutes gone. For the remainder of the quarter, Miami outscored the Knicks. Hard to believe that could happen, but it happened. Now Mourning goes out tonight, and it's up to the Knicks to again take the challenge, as we see Larry Johnson driving hard, drawing the foul, to take advantage of Mourning's absence now. They've lost their big inside scorer now to the bench for a rest. It's his first rest of the game as well.
There is Alonzo Mourning, along with 8 of 13 from the field, just 2 of 6 at the line. Larry Johnson has done the job at the line, 7 of 8. The Knick lead is 6. Hardaway's been quiet, only 8 points. Austin pushing the Buck Williams. Buck was looking for a foul call.
Well, Buck is collecting his teeth right now, Marv. He's walking around. He got a shot in the mouth, and boy, did that take him out of the play.
But Austin with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. He was fouled. Here's another look at it.
Buck Williams getting that left to the face. And then Starks did his best, but Austin makes his shot. Now, you know, I wonder if the official says, well, the last time Buck Williams acted, now we're not going to give him to him. Meanwhile, this was legit.
Isaac Austin completing a 3-point place. Done the job tonight, 7 points, and it brings the Heat within 3. Childs for 3. Oh, gets the friendly roll. You rarely see that on a 3-point shot. 11 for Childs. There's Austin. He's feeling it now. The Knicks with the ball up by 6. Just under 5 remaining in the third.
This crescendo of sound is unbelievable.
Johnson able to handle that lead pass and swings his way in. Saved by Mashburn. Part of the story here tonight has been the crowd reaction. Marley. Hardaway for 3. Tim Hardaway cuts it to a 3-point Knick lead, and that Herb Williams checked back in, replacing Buck Williams. Herb Williams played 12 minutes in the first half, 1 of 3 from the field. 4 minutes to go in the third. The Knick lead is now 3. Shot clock at 2. Herb Williams off the bench. extend to a 5-point Knick lead.
Huge shot by Herb.
Knicks 5 of 13 from the field. Miami also 5 of 13 here in the third quarter. Austin, shot clock at 3. Well, Hardaway now 5 for 11.
No hand in his face on that. Knicks were lucky.
Childs and Starks have played most of the way. They're in the backcourt with Johnson, Herb Williams, and Oakley up front. Starks for Johnson. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Starks much more under control here in the second half. Beautiful pass by him. He recognized the open man.
Mashburn for 3. Marley able to get to it. Crowd thought that he stepped out. Anderson. Willie Anderson, the one-time New York Knick, with his first field goal.
Boy, turn the pages back and you'd say, Willie, where was that move when you were wearing a Knicks uniform?
Willie would say, well, I didn't get the opportunity to play that frequently. 5-point Knick lead. Starks lost it. Look out. Oakley with the save, but handled by Marley. And Ed Rush blowing the whistle, saying Knick ball. Well, apparently no, he's saying last touched by the Knicks, that it was out of bounds, and he wants, there it is. Oakley had, actually, when he saved the ball, it deflected out of bounds, so play did not continue, and it's being put in play now by Marley.
That was a second row leap by Charles. He didn't even bother with the first row of people.
What a performance for Charles Oakley tonight. 6 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 at the line, 15 points, 8 rebounds. Alonzo Mourning is back. My man with 18. Down to 2 minutes left in the third. Here's Mourning putting moves on Williams, and he was fouled. The way things have been going when Alonzo Mourning's at the line, although the Knicks do not want to pile up fouls, but not a bad play to put Mourning at the line, particularly if it's Herb Williams committing the foul.
You know, the width and strength of his upper body, his arms, demands fouls coming his way when he stays so mobile.
Only 2 of 6 at the line. Would you say that this might offer a distraction?
That's enough at work.
You know, that should be illegal. They should not allow that.
That's unbelievable.
Remember the incident in Indianapolis several years ago? That's a human distraction. The Knicks lead by 3, 1:45 remaining in the third. Childs, that was too easy. Chris Childs able to penetrate.
Boy, he presented a lot of stuff on that move. What a beautiful drive.
13 points for Childs. And the Knicks have a 5-point advantage. Herb Williams in a battle with Alonzo Mourning. And the foul on Williams puts the Knicks over the limit.
Well, Herb played Alonzo outside, as you can see, very physically now, and he committed himself to physical play, but I don't believe it was that necessary out that far. But Herb knows that Mourning's been getting around him, so he's trying to deny him the position to receive the ball.
Miami is 5 of 5 at the line in this third quarter after the 2 of 8 first half. So they have certainly straightened things out. The Knick lead is now 5. What is this 39-year-old guy doing playing physical with these kids?
That's what his body is probably telling him right now.
The Knicks now lead 64-61. Knicks with a 3-2 lead in this best of 7. Seeking to wrap it tonight. Miami wants to send it back to a Game 7 in Miami on Sunday. Williams able to recover. Shot clock at 5. Johnson off the dribble, putting moves on Mourning. The fadeaway was deflected short, and it's a 24-second violation.
Alonzo loved that. He loved it. He looked like he got a piece of that shot by his former teammate, but he's not glaring. He's not gloating in his success against Larry Johnson.
And that's been the story here tonight. There has been no chatter, no extracurricular activity. Everyone playing basketball. No chirping by either club. Just under 1 minute left in the third. It's been intense basketball all the way. Austin on a beautiful lead from Marley. And the foul. Starks called for his third, and Austin to the line in a position to tie the game.
Well, beautiful cut here by Austin, and Marley's recognition was right on the money. And I got to think that Jeff Van Gundy is thinking, Wallace, speed, youth, quicker recognition. Might have to call upon John Wallace again, Buck Williams as well. A lot of decisions going on in Jeff Van Gundy's mind.
So the game is tied at 64, and Austin has been a significant player. 10 points for Austin.
Miami has never led.
John Crotty has come on for the first time. Down to 40 seconds in the third. Johnson posting. And this time, no problem with the fadeaway.
Yes, he made the right selection, too, as to where he was going to go for that shot.
Knicks lead by 2. Anderson lost it. Oakley able to come up with it. Starks. Oh, trying to lead Childs. What a play by Crotty to break it up. Final seconds of the quarter. Crotty for Austin. Final seconds of the quarter. Childs on the floor, and time runs out.
Unusual experience for the missing Knicks tonight. They are feeling the pain of a fan like they haven't felt before.
Nick Paulus, we get started in the fourth. Oakley taking it to the hoop and draws the foul. John Wallace is back on the floor up front with Oakley and Herb Williams. Starks and Childs in the backcourt. The foul committed by Austin. That is his second. Now Scott Brooks getting set to check in. Played just 1 minute in the first half. Jeff Van Gundy has used 7. Make that 8 of the available 9. Only Walter McCarty has not seen action. Childs will get a rest. Been an outstanding night for Childs. 13 points on 6 of 12 shooting. And he has 6 assists.
Thus far, what has had to happen for the Knicks has happened in abundance. People have really stepped up.
The Knicks lead is 3. Crotty, played by Brooks. Austin being guarded by Herb Williams. Austin, oh, nice move. A dunk under on the fake of Herb Williams to bring the Heat within 1. And Isaac Austin now playing the way he did during the regular season. Oakley with the save. And Brooks looks to regroup. Brooks played by Hardaway now. Open shot for Brooks. Passed it up. Brooks always under control. Shot clock down to 4. Down to 2. Starks has to fire. So Miami with Crotty and Hardaway in the backcourt. Mourning with Austin and Marley up front. Miami with a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. And the call last touched by Herb Williams.
2 big postmen from Miami now a major problem for the Knicks. Austin and Mourning. Question is, when will Buck Williams get the call back again?
And Mourning and Austin have played well in tandem here tonight. They had their best spree together in the second quarter. Roddy able to shake off Brooks for the jumper. Oakley on the ball, showing the quick hands, and then holds it up. Oh, what a play by Marley. Marley with the steal on a one-bounce pass attempt. Williams broke it up. And it looked like Brooks took a shot inadvertently. And rush indicating a foul on Alonzo Mourning. That's number 4.
Alonzo just with Brooks in the vicinity. I think he fouled him inadvertently.
That was, yes, accidental.
Yes, Brooks with his aggressive style just got in his way and drew the foul. And I think Scotty Favre likes the pain, because he really feels important now.
Well, it was worth picking up number 4 on Mourning from the Knicks point of view.
I think Brooks wants to take a shot too, because he's confident.
Knicks by 1. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Oakley off the fake. Herb Williams. And Mourning ahead of the field. Miami takes the lead for the first time tonight. Took them 38 minutes, and this is the first time. Knicks have led by as many as 10 points. Buck Williams is back along with Larry Johnson. Johnson lost it. Hardaway, played by Childs. Mourning, playing with 4 personal fouls. Crowd wanted a 5th called on Mourning. And Buck Williams now can go back to playing his usual aggressive style. Childs lost it and recovered off a deflection. The save by Starks. Pat Riley felt that Childs caught his own pass, but it was deflected. Mourning out on a switch. Childs looking for the mismatch. Couldn't find it in time.
Not enough spacing. Finally, Johnson gets the ball.
It counts. The foul. Larry Johnson very much under control. We're not seeing any wild demonstrations by either club tonight.
It's amazing how he succeeds here. He'll end up with 3 members of the Heat in front of him. And he makes it happen. And he was the shortest guy of the 4 bodies there.
Foul committed by Austin. 3-point play for Johnson, who has come up with a huge game tonight. He now has 20, and the Knicks lead 70-68. 8.5 to go in the fourth. Chant of defense from the crowd. Mourning open. Oakley able to tip it to Williams. Oakley. Yes. Timeout called by Miami. Along with 10 rebounds. 5 straight points for the Knicks. Up by 4. Hardaway isolated against Childs. Hardaway forced it. Johnson with the rebound. Starks met by Leonard.
Knicks continue to push the ball well up court.
And trying to remain under control. That has been the case here in the fourth quarter. Johnson hooked away but recovered. Shot clock out of 4. 3, 2. Childs sent flying. Hardaway for 3. Tim Hardaway with a 3-pointer. And the Knicks now lead 72-71.
What an incredible pace, and what a great shot by Hardaway under pressure.
Childs off the spin. Yes, Childs comes right back at Tim Hardaway, and the Knicks lead by 3. contact. New York Knicks squad due to the suspensions of Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, and Charlie Ward, 3 of the 5 suspended players. A.J. Brown out for Miami. Charles Oakley. The Knicks have out-rebounded the Heat 43-26, and they've gotten the rebounds from a number of quarters. Charles Oakley with 11. John Starks now with 10. Charles with the steal. And here's Oakley. Rejected by Austin. What a play by Isaac Austin. Rashawn Leonard. Marley keeps it alive. Hardaway for 3. And he's tied the game at 74.
This is breathtaking stuff at both ends.
The Knicks and the Heat, 74 apiece. 5.5 to go in the fourth. Now Johnson posting up. Leonard takes advantage and call for the offensive foul. That's the first committed by Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson going so strong to the basket, and the big guy that's right in his way, drawing the foul. Nice job by Isaac Austin.
Tim Hardaway hitting shots in the second half. He now has 17 points. Setting it up for Austin. Austin. Starks to the board.
His 11th rebound, if you can believe that. John Starks.
Oakley. Austin very aggressive, able to prevent that jump shot. Oakley with a post-up move, squeezes his way in. Leonard with the step. Rashawn Leonard has given Miami a 76-74 lead. Quarter, and the Heat up 76-74.
Oh, what a block. Oakley thought he had a layup. Isaac Austin over to send it away. A great block by him. Buck Williams had quite an impact there in the crowd. Then Hardaway finished at the other end with a 3.
The Knicks with just 2 timeouts remaining. The Heat with 4 left. Knicks do not have any team fouls. Miami with 4. Oakley. Charles getting a little carried away now. And here's Hardaway. Cut off by Childs, but he was able to dish it to Marley. Childs caught him from the angle, but Marley trailing the play provides the Heat with a 78-74 lead. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Buck Williams blocked by Alonzo Mourning. Well, earlier was Isaac Austin with a key rejection, and here's Hardaway. The Heat up 80-74, and the Knicks take a timeout.
The basket twice now in the last 2 minutes, and just kind of flipped the ball up and missed.
In the fourth, the Knicks just 3 of 13. Here's Childs setting it up, but we get a whistle. He had Wallace wide open in the corner. And it puts Miami over the limit. First foul committed by Hardaway. So now the Knicks will be involved with shooting fouls the rest of the way. The Knicks have not committed a team foul in this fourth quarter. That could be a major factor. Chris Childs at the line for the first time. Miami 80 and the Knicks 75.
Charles has shown what a clutch player he is throughout this game.
17 points, 6 assists for Childs, who was gone 41 minutes. The Heat by 4. Just under 3.5 to go in the fourth. Miami hoping to bring it to a 7th game back home on Sunday. The Knicks looking to close it out. Marley for 3. Oh, Dan Marley has hurt the Knicks the last 2 games. He now has 15. That's his 3rd from downtown. And Miami has opened up a 7-point lead.
Knicks with no man inside to go to. It's all starting from the perimeter. They just can't get inside.
Childs just fired it up. Shot clock is running down. Miami with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the fourth with the ball and up by 7. Hardaway for 3. And Starks lets it go. It'll be Nick Ball.
Well, Miami has performed tonight like they have all season, in that they have been the best road team in the NBA at 32-9 all season. The Bulls had won only 30.
Starks for 3. A huge shot by John Starks to bring the Knicks within 4. 2:10 left in the fourth. For the Knicks, only their second three-pointer. Childs had the other. Mourning. Crowd wanted to travel. Here's Marley. Another 3. Dan Marley. We were discussing this the other night in Miami. A big game player throughout his career. And he's come up with enormous shots in games 5 and 6.
Yes, he did it for the Phoenix Suns for 9 years.
Johnson couldn't find the shot. Childs. It counts in the foul. So Childs to the line with an opportunity to bring the Knicks within 4. Foul committed. Let's see, no indication. It now is being called on Mourning. That's number 5.
Well, Childs going to the left hand with the bigger people around him makes the right decision and the beautiful finish.
Alonzo Mourning remaining on the floor. Checked over at the bench with Pat Riley. He's playing with 5. 1:37 to go in this fourth quarter. Knicks have only 1 timeout remaining. 3-point play for Childs. Miami leads by 5 points. Could say Miami by 4 points, 86-82 off that 3-point play. Mourning for 3. Oh, what a shot! Alonzo Mourning with a 3-pointer. And has some words for the crowd.
9 points by the Heat.
And how about Alonzo Mourning, who during the regular season hit only 1 3-pointer, 1 for 9 in regular season play. 1:16 remaining. Chris Childs looking to use the clock. The clock does not start until he touched the ball. Starks trying to shake off Leonard, and he does. And again a block. Mourning got a piece of it. Alonzo Mourning with his 4th block shot, and the foul is called. Just under a minute remaining in this fourth quarter. Foul on Starks. And Marley will put it in play. First team foul, the final 2 minutes for the Knicks. The next one puts them over the limit. And now the Heat decides to take a timeout.
Great game.
How about Miami coming up big in the fourth quarter of the last 2 games? They did it at home to pull away from the Knicks on Wednesday. Reach-in foul on Oakley puts the Knicks over the foul limit, and Miami doing it again here tonight. They've outscored the Knicks 25-16. They've done it with a 3-point shot, 5 of 9 from downtown in the fourth quarter. And Alonzo Mourning with his best all-around performance in the absence of Patrick Ewing, and Jeff Van Gundy had to play it a bit different. He wanted to keep Charles Oakley out of foul trouble. Oakley and the combination of Oakley and Buck Williams earlier this series so effective against Mourning.
What has to be bothering Jeff Van Gundy is a reflection on the effort the Knicks put forth the other night in Miami in a very big game with a 3-1 advantage. Had they presented half the effort that they did here tonight, this series would be over, and that's what's got to make him feel very bad.
7-point Heat lead. Mourning now 6 of 12 from the line. Childs not able to hit that three. Pat Riley screaming, get the ball up court, but the foul on Starks. That stops the clock with 39 seconds to go. So we appear to be headed to a 7th and final game of this best-of-7 Eastern Conference semifinal back in Miami on Sunday afternoon.
Well, and P.J. Brown will not be there for the Miami Heat. Another big loss, but they'll feel much more comfortable in their home environment.
The Knicks will have Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, and Charlie Ward back in action, and John Starks and Larry Johnson will sit it out. They will be serving their suspensions for the Sunday game.
And both players played terrific games for the Knicks tonight.
91-82 Miami. Childs able to slice his way, went right at Mourning.
Well, he has been tremendous.
22 points for Childs, and the foul is given. Hardaway to the line. Hardaway missed his previous 2 free throws. The Knicks' strategy right now has to be to stop the clock to give fouls, and Miami will try to keep the ball in the hands of Tim Hardaway, who is an excellent foul shooter, though he did miss the first 2 attempts. He's an 80% free throw shooter. And the crowd concluding matters by serenading Pat Riley. What's with Tim Hardaway at the line here tonight? Isaac Austin departs for Willie Anderson. A terrific job by Austin. 12 points, 5 rebounds, and a block shot. And that block was key.
Buck Williams, yes, on the Buck Williams drive.
92-84, Miami with a half minute to go. Just looking for a quick shot. Here's Starks for 3. He's got it. So it is 92-87. Knicks will foul. Yes, there's the foul. Buck Williams fouling the man they want to put at the line, and Alonzo Mourning.
Solid play by Buck Williams.
Down to 22 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Mourning is 6 of 12 at the line.
There is some pressure now, and Mourning is thinking about it.
During the season, Mourning only 64%, but that has dipped during the playoff run against first Orlando, and now the Knicks. And Alonzo hits the first. And it is now 93-87.
In his rookie year, he was a 78% shooter. It's been downhill ever since.
The Knicks do not have any timeouts remaining. Miami with 2 left. Again, the Knicks need a quick shot and a quick foul. Down by 6. 15 seconds to go. Starks for 3. Yes! Now the quick foul. And here it is. 10 and 9/10 seconds remaining. 3-point Heat lead. John Starks with 2 3-pointers. And he's fouled out. Number 6 on Starks, who hears it from the crowd. 15 points, 11 rebounds.
Amazing shot by Starks, going left, coming back and hitting that shot. Everybody knew it had to be done. They knew it. The Knicks wanted a 3, and the fans acknowledging the great effort and effective play of Starks.
Deshaun Leonard, a good free throw shooter. 2 for 2 tonight, 82% during the regular season. It opens up a 4-point lead, and the Knicks, remember, do not have any timeouts. 7 points for Leonard. Again, did not shoot well. Clutch free throw shooting. Heat by 5. Childs has to race it down. Again, they need the shot and a quick foul. Childs pitches out to Oakley. Here's the 3-point attempt, and that will wrap it. The Miami Heat have tied the series at 3.